everyone, my name is Jennifer and welcome to A Vintage Vanity. I am super excited for today's video because, well, you guys are here. And today we're going to be doing a little bit of an antique slash thrift store with an extra little surprise thrown in. I'm super excited about all these items and I've been putting them to the side because I've collected these over the last couple months, and I'm just really excited to show you guys because I'm so stupid happy with what I found. So let's dig into it. Everything that I'm going to share with you that I bought from an antique store was actually from a trip I made out to Vermont for a friend's wedding. We had an extra day before the festivities started, so my friend and I decided to go antiquing in Chester, Vermont. And let me tell you, I fell in love with that town. It is so charming, and I found some really good items. Now, I feel like it's very different antiquing on the East Coast as opposed to the Midwest. Just because, I mean, not that it's like a different experience or the stores are different, but that the items that you find there are much different, which I guess makes sense. The East Coast is much older than the West Coast as far. So the first store that we went to had a lot of that early American Victorian era stuff. So not really the style of things that I'm looking for, but I was utterly charmed by the store owner, and we had so much fun wandering through almost like a history museum in there. But I did find a few items that I fell in love with, and the first of which is this fan. And from what I can tell, it is just a Victorian paper fan. It has wood handles, which I guess is not as common to find. It works really well. And let me tell you, this summer I was just plagued by so much sweatiness and so much heat. Couldn't take it. And I have been looking for a fan for a while, but I didn't want like a super cheap fan that would fall apart. And since this thing's been around for quite a while, I don't think it's falling apart anytime soon. And plus, it clasps down at the bottom, and I can go like this. And it just makes me feel like fancy and coordinated. I don't know. And I can do this. Like, I feel like I could scold young children, and I could rap people on their shoulders to get their attention with my fan. I know. Everybody's gonna want one now. The other thing I found was actually one of the first things I looked at when I walked into the shop. And as I was walking through the shop, and let me tell you, there was stuff everywhere. It was like walking through a tunnel of antiques at that place. My mind kept going back to this book, and it's just, it just looks like a book that Anne of Green Gables would have strapped to her stack of books, or like Laura Ingalls Wilder as she was walking to school. And it just had this lovely vibe to it. And then I read the title and I couldn't stop laughing. It is called A Sweet Girl Graduate. On the cover, it also says Our Girls Books. And it just, in today's mindset, it just feels so pornographic, if that makes sense. But this was published in 1911. And even more so when you look at the other books the author wrote. The author also wrote A World of Girls, Daddy's Girl, A Gay Charmer, Light of the Morning, Polly, A New Fashioned Girl, etc. I love that. I need to read it. I have not gotten around to reading it yet, but I really am intrigued. I'm sure it's just a charming story of a sweet girl who graduated probably from finishing school or something. The other thing that I love about this book, and you can tell it's kind of delicate a little bit, but it was given to somebody as a gift in Christmas of 1979. Can't quite tell who it was given to. Carson from Mrs. Blake. So even at that time in 79, this would have been an antique book. And it just warms my heart to think that book lovers were sharing a book with somebody else. Like, I just feel like there is a story here. I mean, maybe a salacious one, we don't know, or just something innocent to pass on, a love of literature. But I am obsessed with filling. I have this little bookcase in my room divider, and I'm obsessed with filling with antique books. And I kind of like the idea of all of them with what could potentially be naughty titles to them. I don't know why this amuses me. I am a 12-year-old perhaps, but there you go. The next store we went to is actually doing like a final sale. It was closing the store out. It was right in downtown Chester, which is literally like a block. But it had a really good pie shop down there. It had a really old cemetery across the street. All the things I like, all tucked into one little area. But we went in there, and if you guys have seen my other haul, which I'll place a link here in the description, I talked about a little bit how the bedroom is really the one room in the house that I kind of want to do in like this Bridgerton Regency style opulence. But when it's also probably the last room in the house that I'm doing, literally has a bed and a vanity in it, and that's it right now. But I found these beautiful lace, these beautiful lace curtains, and they are so long. They are about 73 inches in length, which almost reaches the floor in my bedroom, which is absolutely going to be perfect. I was so excited when I found these, and it was a panel of 4 of them. And I love that it has this little detail, the scalloping detail on the edge. I just fell in love with these drapes. And not only was it a panel of 4, but because it was like an insane sale going on at the place, I got all 4 panels for like $10. I'm so excited about this. The best part to me though is when I was checking out, I was talking to the lady about the items that I was purchasing, and she had told me that these shears came from a house that was just a couple doors down, and it was this old house from like the late 1700s. I don't know if the curtains are that old. Probably not, maybe, I don't know. But to know that they have this history and to know the house that they came from, it's just so exciting to me. And I just love having items in my house that tell a story, to have a past to them. And they do need a little bit of a clean. So I know I haven't cleaned them yet. I'm terrible. I just ordered some retro clean. So I'm going to give those a good soak. So make sure you're following me on the socials, because I will post a picture of the before and after so we can see how good that retro clean does. First time I'll be using it, so I'm pretty excited about that. The other thing that I'm really excited about is, I'm telling you, this place was a freaking gold mine for me. But I found fabric that just came out of the wash, so it's a little wrinkly, so forgive. How cute is this border print? And I love that up at the top it even has a print as well. It's just such a cute border print fabric, and I don't know how antique it is. I don't know if it's from the 50s. I don't think so based on the style of glasses that are on here. It could be the 80s, but all I know is it's going to make a really, really cute skirt, and I am so excited. I know what you guys are asking. You're probably asking how many yards? Let's find out. It is 4 yards of fabric, and I'm just going to make a simple gathered skirt out of this. And then I also want, when I do the waistband, I want to preserve as much of this print up top on the waistband. I think it'll look really super cute as a detail. Let me know in the comment section below if you want me to do like a old school step by clear step, because I know most of my sewing videos are more vlog style, so it doesn't go over everything. But yeah, let me know if you want me to do like a real beginner friendly step by step on how to make a gathered skirt with inseam pockets and a zipper and a waistband. Let me know. Comment section below. We all love vintage sewing patterns around here. So yes, we found vintage sewing patterns. But not only did we find vintage sewing patterns, there are a couple in here that are size 18. So it's a 38 bust and a 30-inch waist, which just means it is less grading on my part, because a lot of times the most patterns I find are like size 12. So to have vintage patterns that are a little bit easier to grade, I just want to have a little cry. I'm so excited about it. So when I saw that, I was just so tickled pink. So let's go through what I found. I think these all came from the same person. There's a lot of times like little notes on them, which I love. I have not checked to see if they have all their pattern pieces. Fingers crossed they do. But I think this came from a seamstress. So very exciting. This is a Simplicity 1402. It is size 12 and bust 30 with a waist of 25, which is a lot of grading, but because this is a kind of nightgown robe type deal, it's a little bit easier to grade because there's not as much shaping details. So love that. You know what we need to do around here? I need to get my stuff together and do like a whole month of like pajama lounge type sewing. We're gonna do that. I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna make it happen. I say that, and yet I have so many things I want to do. And then this one says, Mrs. Harvey paid. And I love that. This is, again, this one's a size 14, bust 34, waist 26. So still for me, quite a lot of grading, but again, it is another robe pattern, and that's a little bit easier to grade out. And I love the quilted robe on here. I mean, I've always wanted one, but here's the thing. I don't really like the vintage quilted robes because the fabric doesn't breathe at all. And as a child of the 70s and 80s, if you've ever worn fabric that doesn't breathe as a child, you almost have like, I don't want to say a phobia, but you almost have like a fear of that type of clothing. Like it makes you claustrophobia about it. That's it. That's the feeling I was going for. And then here, that was Butterick 2887. The next one I have is a top pattern, and this is a Butterick, and it is a size 18, which is a bust 38. I'm a bust 44, so math, that's not bad, right? The waist on this is 30. And again, this is a pretty like kind of blocky top, which I think is going to be, again, a little bit easier to grade, but I think it would look really cute with like a set of capris or something like that for summer. So I'm excited about that. And I like that it's a little bit longer in length, because if I'm wearing things untucked, it makes me feel a little bit more confident to not have to tuck shirts in. And this is Butterick 9014. This next one is, again, this is a size 18, 38 bust, 30 waist, and it is Simplicity 3150, and it is this absolutely gorgeous little dress. And I love the notes on here. It says with small cuffs, so we went with small cuffs, and I believe this says nice. So I'm like, you're pointing at her hair? So do you mean like the outfit, the brooch, or the hair? I don't know. But it's got a boat neck on it, and I know we were talking about boat necks around here. So this is really, really exciting. And again, even though this is a fitted garment with sleeves, which can be a nightmare to grade, which is why sometimes they just sit on my sewing table for a while, it'll be a little bit less of a nightmare to grade from this size. That was Simplicity 3150. And then we're going to look at Simplicity 2598. This is size 16. And that means we have a 34 bust and a 28 waist, which again, a lot of grading for me, but it is a looser fit, and I am obsessed with these striped jams right there. I mean, I just love the little pocket and the pleating right up at the top. Love it. Can we also just applaud this woman for being able to put her pattern pieces back in the envelope so nicely? I mean, that is a sheer talent. You guys, so I was going into the advanced pattern trying to figure out what to date it. I think it might be early 50s. I'm really guessing on that one though. But up here she had 12 plus 14 plus 16 plus 18 plus 20, and I was like, what does that mean? Like I'm over here like freaking Da Vinci Code trying to like solve her riddles. I found these, which are the instructions for this. I am so glad that I bought more than one of her patterns. Oh my gosh! You guys! I feel like this was a little surprise. She's got notes all over here. Cut ½ inch off of neck, then sew on lace and add band. I think she even did some drawings on here. And even notes on how to ruffle. To ruffle, loosen upper thread tension and loosen stitch, then pull tight lower stitched threads evenly. Ugh. Maybe I need to start writing on a couple of my pattern instructions, which I have, but not as neatly as she does. Okay, so here we go. This is, to me, is where it gets like super, super exciting. And I think this is definitely delving into the 40s. And this is a family circle pattern. So it's one that you would mail in for. And this is from Marie from Maine, had purchased this one. And this is definitely got to be 40s. And it's a size 16. And let's see if we can find out. Bust of 34, waist of 28. And it's like this house coat. How gorgeous is that? And this is Marion Martin's sew chart. And again, we have our sewing pieces that don't have any of the marking. They have the perforations on it. And if you guys ever watch Angela Clayton, I'll link her in the description. I'm sure you have seen her. She does a lot of the vintage patterns that just have the perforations. And she makes them seem like they're not as intimidating as one would think. So I am really excited about this. Oh, I think this is from the magazine. At least I hope it is. She actually cut out a picture of the dress and put it on the top of the envelope. And this was from Marion Martin as well. This is a size 12, so not as yummy on our pattern grading. It's a 30-inch, it's a 25.5-inch waist, which is tiny. And there were quite a few of these in differing sizes. And I went through every envelope. I don't know why I keep saying it that way. I'm annoying myself with it, but I can't stop. But I went through and I picked out the largest size. So I don't know if she was sewing them for like a trio of sisters, because there were always 3 patterns together, even for some of the other ones. So I like to think it was like a group of Golden Girls, you know, getting outfits made for each other. So I took the largest size because I didn't want to take them all. That Vermont trip, right? Oh my God. It was so good. It was so good. Before we continue on with the haul, it is time to stop and share the love. This week again, we're going to be jumping on board Team C's. Mark Rober and Mr. Beast have teamed up to organize Team C's, which is working hard at raising $30 million to clean up our rivers, oceans, and beaches of 30 million pounds of trash. If you would like to donate to help out with the cleanup, you will find a link in the description as well as a donate button below. And that is pretty cool. If you're unable to donate at this time, simply shopping secondhand can do a lot to reduce the pollutants that go into our oceans and rivers. Now let's find out what other fabulous finds I found. A couple months ago, one of you lovely viewers sent me an amazing package filled with some gorgeous aprons in them. So I want to say a huge thank you to Rhonda for sending these over. I absolutely will treasure them. Her mom actually sewed up all these gorgeous little aprons. You know, I need to find a way to display these aprons in my kitchen because I am obsessed with vintage aprons. And yeah, these are gorgeous and they deserve to be seen. And Rhonda also in her note said that she would love to see like a pattern made from the aprons that her mom put so much love into making. And I think that is an absolutely brilliant idea. And I will definitely do that as well. Oh, look at how cute. Oh, how cute. And it's just, I just love the details that are put into, you know, just simple little aprons. You know, they really put a lot of style into it, you know, instead of just smack and kiss the cook on them, you know. So I'm just so excited about that. And I cannot wait to come up with a really cute way of displaying them and also making some patterns based off of them. I have a couple more items that I want to share with you that I picked up from my local thrift store. But before I do that, I'm going to hold you ransom for a moment and ask you to please subscribe to the channel. It'll help you not miss any videos that come out. So we've got some really good ones coming out in December, and I don't want you to miss it. And I am trying to get to 50,000 by the end of the year. Don't think that's going to happen, but let's see how close we can get. So go ahead and click on that subscribe button. The best thing about going to your local thrift store and finding sewing patterns is that you get them for, I want to say I got these for like 25 cents. Change, pocket change, car, cup holder change. So I was really excited when I found these. I didn't find a lot of vintage ones there, but I did find this Simplicity 67.95, which is in a size 16, bust 36, which is, you would think I would know the waist sizes by now. 28, which isn't too terrible. And again, because it's more of the straight robe, there's not a lot of curves. I mean, look at there ain't no curves in that. That is going to be so easy to grade. And once again, apparently all I want to do is lounge because almost everything I got was either pajamas or loungewear. It is a state of mind I am in right now. And then the next one, I don't know how this is going to work because this is a Mrs. and Junior blouse in 6 versions, easy to sew. So I'm hoping it'll be a little bit easier. But I love the collar. I really love these two styles here. And this is in, this is McCall's 6749. I don't know why it was so hard for me to read those numbers. This is a size 16 again, 36 bust, which is a waist of 28. So it's the same as the other one, but usually when it's a Mrs. or Juniors, it's like a slimmer portion, like in the shoulders and stuff. I don't know how this is gonna go, but I figured, you know, you'll never know if you don't try, right? And the more we pattern grade, the better we get. And then the last thing I picked up was actually these Butterick embroidery transfers. I have a desire to learn how to embroider. I think it would just be fun. I know my machine can do really simple embroidery, but, you know, I just kind of wanted to practice, and I thought this would be fun. It's got a bunch of different patterns on the back. And I think what really drew me to it was the embroidery around the neckline of this top, because I thought it was really, really cute, and I'm really kind of into embroidery right now. So if you have any tips or tricks on easy ways to kind of jump into the hand embroidery, please let me know in the description box below. So that is it. I hope you guys really enjoyed today's video, and as always, if you liked it, go ahead and click that thumbs up that you see right down there. Really does help with the algorithm and getting the video seen. But of course, I love having conversations with you guys. So in the comment section below, let me know what you thought of today's video, and also let me know what you would like to see. Would you like to see that step-by-step beginners how to sew a gathered skirt, or do you want to see a month of just loungewear sewing videos? Let me know. And heck, if you want to see them both, let me know that too. And of course, before I let you go, a huge subscriber shout out to Brenda Baum. Thank you so much for walking? Thanks for walking. But also, thanks for watching, liking, commenting, and being a part of our cozy little online community. Of course, if you're going to miss this space between uploads, be sure and follow me on all the social media as a Vintage Vanity. If you'd like to keep watching my videos, click the video you see playing right there. And of course, if you don't want to miss a minute of what goes on, click on that subscribe button. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye.